June of 2012, the Douglas family, on their way to India, set out to drive from Washington, D.C. to Walnut Creek, California, which is pretty close to Transcontinental. Here are a few of George's comments about that trip.
Now tell me what it was you liked about your latest trip across country.
Well, I basically liked everything we did, but there was one thing that I really did not like, which was the American Folk Art Museum. It was said to be really good for kids, but I just didn't find it that interesting.
The American what kind of museum?
The American Folk Art Museum?
Oh, folk art museum.
Where was that?
Oh, called Santa Fe. Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
Oh, really? Santa Fe? Supposed to
And
be in art.
yeah, it was, I mean, it was art, it was weird. Some of it was kind of funky, I guess. Like, I have one that's, there's a man standing there, like, made out of clay, and he's a man, and he's with a beard, and he's wearing a dress, which didn't make much sense to me. Stuff like that. And, just, it was kind of not interesting. But what I really did like was this Minister treehouse. It was this 10-story high built treehouse that this guy had built because apparently God had told him to. Well,
where
Mom hated it
Where was
because
this?
that was in Tennessee, and
Where?
right by
Where?
it was in Crossville.
In Crossville, Tennessee?
Crossville,
Okay.
Tennessee. It was right beside Camp Monterey. And so we went there, it was on Beehive Lane, and it was this 8-story high treehouse, and all of us, me, Lacey, and Elizabeth, we all really loved it, and it was
And I.
Well, now,
Lacey,
you
Elizabeth, and I.
couldn't really enjoy that because you were so scared they were going to drop you off at camp.
yeah. Not going to camp,
I know it.
Not
I
like
hate
that.
that. I think that's sad.
but from Mom's point of view about the treehouse, so she went paranoid because there was the person beside her was smoking, so she wanted us to come down because she thought it was on fire, and then she saw that someone was smoking, so
Were there any other reasons that I thought that treehouse might be unsafe?
it was guarded by God. If it fell down, it would be because of a
Guarded
reason.
by God.
Yeah, it was built in like honor of God, so yeah.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, and then I also really liked the wax museum that we went to. They had these really realistic wax figures.
Where was it?
Where was it? Where was it?
That was in Virginia, actually. That was in Natural Bridge, Virginia.
You all went to the Natural Bridge and it's broken. And it?
And so they had all these really realistic wax figures. They had like Abraham Lincoln, I think, Adam and Eve, and a bunch of historical events so we learned some too. And another highlight was, we went to the Museum of Osteology, and they had like tons.
Osteology.
Osteology.
Now tell me what that is.
That's the museum of like bones and the study of bones.
Bone Museum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
So-
where was that? Was that in New Mexico?
Oklahoma City.
Oh,
That was in Oklahoma. So
You
we
said that and I forgot.
we went to the museum. So it was amazing because like the humpback whale. I tried to take a picture of it. It was too big to fit in a screen.
Oh, yeah.
It was an enormous, thing, and I didn't know it was even that big.
Good for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and then they had just a ton, and they had some that were like humongous, and then they had some that were this big, like this.
Look at this, Dad. Isn't that great?
That was
Can you
Elizabeth's
get
favorite
that?
one, that little one,
Can
that
you get-
shrew or
Shrew.
something.
There was a
No,
little
no.
shrew,
Oh,
and it was about this big, I'd say, just the bones. And then the elephant had big,
Big bone.
yeah, and they had even human skulls and a human body. So, yeah, and then they
That's pretty
decorated the skull.
that's wonderful.
Okay, after you left
So,
Oklahoma City,
so Oklahoma City had some good stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't even stop there. We
did you
headed
see the
out.
Alfred G. Murrah Federal Building?
No. Not even sure what that means.
You know, that's the one that got blown up.
They say that's the
Only
number
out-
one tourist attraction there.
What?
The Oklahoma people, they
Yeah,
say
that's
that's
a big
the
tourist
number one
attraction.
tourist
The
attraction.
only reason I bring it up is because I once escorted Alfred Murrah, Judge Murrah, around Memphis at an American Bar Association meeting.
And then
So I knew him personally, long ago.
And then we also saw the Grand Canyon, which was really cool. It was a mile deep, 10 miles across. And we were talking about if someone tried to build a bridge across the Grand Canyon, it'd have to like curve with the earth, and it'd be pretty incredible.
It'd be a big problem, yeah.
Big problem. But
Well, now, you were on the rim of the Grand Canyon, up
Yeah.
the top, yeah.
South Rim.
You know what, it's beautiful weather, very comfortable, right?
Yeah.
You know what it's like down in the bottom of the Grand Canyon, down at the river?
Yeah,
You look
really.
down at that.
the Colorado
blue-
River, it's
was it
really-
blue?
We saw this movie about it, and it was like you right in the Colorado River, and there are big waves that come, and
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking about just the weather.
People float down it.
It drops from like 75 degrees to
Oh, yeah.
120
yeah, because of the altitude,
Yeah.
it's cooler up. So then when you get down, and
How about Hoover Dam?
yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Well,
it was-
before you
How
get
long
there,
did you sit, Hoover?
before you get there, let's go back
15, 20
before, after Oklahoma City, but before,
Come here, Mitch.
Arizona.
well, in Arizona, did you see the Petrified Forest?
Oh yeah, we also saw, and so we saw it was so these trees would fall down, and then over the years, like millions, billions of years, I don't know, the trees would fall down and it would be covered with ash, and then this mineral would come and cell by cell turn the dead wood into stone, and then you come back 2 billion years later, like half the Earth's age, and you see this like amazing, like this big forest of stone wood. It's kind of,
And the stone, a lot
I
of
think it's
times,
astonishing. don't you?
were semi-precious jewels,
yeah.
like amethyst and that kind of stuff,
Did
right?
you all say you saw any of those?
That
They've
was
been
beautiful.
all stolen.
In the shops, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
did you
yeah.
see
Yeah.
the meteor crater?
No, we tried to see that, but it was closed, so, or
We were too
something.
late.
You're too late to
Right.
see it, but I
Well,
wish.
your dad once viewed Shiloh battlefield at 10 o'clock in the evening. So you're good at being too late.
The Bloody Peach Grove or whatever.
Yeah.
And then another thing we saw was, where was the cars?
Cadillac Ranch,
The Cadillac
Cadillac,
Ranch. Where was
oh
that?
boy, yeah.
Where was that?
Amarillo.
That was in Amarillo, Texas, we saw the Cadillac Ranch, and this guy, he built, he just took these cars and he dug them halfway into the ground and then just left them there. There's like 10 or 12 of them. And so we came and we spray painted them.
What did you spray paint on there?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
And Georgia, but,
Justin Bieber's got a lot of attention lately.
What are you gonna name your child if you marry Justin Bieber?
Myrtle. Myrtle Bieber.
A family name. Very good.
That was my mother's name.
That's
And my
why,
aunt, my favorite aunt.
that's why she was gonna name.
That was our tortoise's name.
Well, now let me ask you another thing. You were coming to the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
We used to call it the Boulder Dam.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's not-
because of Theodore Roosevelt, right? Or someone?
No,
No.
Who?
President.
Franklin
Franklin
or
D.
something?
Roosevelt.
Yeah, that's it. And he said, we're not gonna call it the Hoover Dam, we're gonna call it the Boulder Dam. But then, like, after he died or something, people just started calling it the Hoover Dam again, so.
Yeah. What'd you think of that?
It was pretty cool, but it was hard to see because the wind was just, like, incredible. It was like,
A really hot wind, remember?
You know
Yeah.
the sad thing about
It
the
was like over
Hoover Dam,
100
though,
or something.
the sad thing about all these dams in
That
the
must have been
Southwest
horrible.
Yeah.
is they're silting up. They're filling up with silt,
oh,
and that's going to be pretty devastating.
Is that the same thing with Hoover Dam?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
silt back
absolutely.
there?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
You
it's
see the
101
water level has
in,
dropped
Washington
hugely.
today.
You can see that inside of that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What else did you see, Georgia?
well,
How about
Well, did you go to Vegas?
yeah.
See anything worthwhile there?
Oh yeah, we actually went to this CIS thing. CIS is a like murder mystery TV show.
No, CSIS.
No, CSI.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, you
Um,
saw CSI there?
No, it wasn't not the TV show. It was
Las
this.
Vegas, huh?
Yeah, in Las Vegas, there's this casino, I think, and in it has
Remember what the casino was?
no.
MGM.
MGM, and in
Jim
it there's
Moran.
this CSI like activity where you go down and they have this crime scene and you try and solve the crime by the clues that you have there. And so there were 3 problems, and we chose the problem where there was a skeleton found lying in the desert. And so we had to figure out the clues and we had to try and find out why he had died, who had killed him, and all that stuff.
And were you successful?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You got any other casinos?
Circus in
No,
Reno.
no. In Vegas.
Um,
What's the big one we went to? The Bellagio.
Oh yeah, we went to the Bellagio. We tried to eat dinner there, but couldn't. And then, but it was pretty it was a pretty like abstract hotel. They in the was it the lobby or the garden? I don't know what to call it. But they had this like humongous kind of it kind of made you feel like you were tiny because they had these humongous flowers and these huge bees, colorful. Hi.
Hey.
Outside, yeah.
Everything in this
Two
Ferris wheel, and so it was a pretty amazing. I don't know what to call it, like a sunroom, I guess.
Atrium.
Atrium, yeah.
Well, you know what I've decided?
How's Jim?
Whatever it is, you definitely have star quality. You know that?
You just got